What's up, world? This is We Need a Fifth. It's your man Mo. Got my man Hill in the building.
Yo,
What's up? Got my man P in the building.
What up?
Fellas, been a minute, but we back here. MLB, Major League Baseball. I know we don't cover this a lot, fellas. Postseason has started, man. We in New York. Come on, man. Y'all know what I'm about to get into.
Yankees.
Wow.
We in New York.
That's all they do, right?
I mean, New York hasn't played in the postseason yet. They were on a bye. What the city's a buzz about, Pete, just in case you didn't hear, is that the Mets are making some moves in the postseason. They won their wild card round and moving on to the NLDS. So, you guys catch any baseball?
A coworker came in and told me, "Did you see it?" I have a couple of Mets fans here. I'm like, "They won game one, right?"
Yeah.
I was at an event in which they blew game two, so they should have had the series anyway. But in typical Mets fashion, they make their fan base, worry. And then, to be fair, like typical Mets fashion, they come back and win. With that being said, I don't know the next round, but hey, listen, it was nostalgic. The Miracle Mets, they lived up to it, and their fan base should be happy. And I'm a Yankee guy. I don't know what to say, but it's always good for the city for both to be within the hunt.
You say you're a Yankee guy. Are you going to be watching the Yankees this postseason? They're going to be playing, I think, the Kansas City Royals, isn't it?
I will be watching some, to be fair.
Do you have faith in the Yankees? Do you think they'll be able to move forward?
Yeah, absolutely.
Not worry about Kansas City's pitching.
I always do with the Yankees in October. It's not like 97. They go flat during these times. So they just have to hopefully persevere and pull us out. But will I be shocked if they get knocked out this round? No. It's been a while.
P, you're probably the only person up here that's gotten into baseball, played it, and whatnot. Used to be the baseball guy. Are you excited to Are you excited to see Shohei in the playoffs for the first time in his career?
Absolutely. Now, I'm happy for him leaving the Angels, to be honest, because now he gets the taste of the postseason. Pause. But I'm just rooting for the Yankees-Dodgers World Series, straight up. Like that, I would be locked in.
Yeah.
I probably watch the entire
probably the whole
series,
series,
pitch by pitch, of the Yankees and Dodgers playing the World Series. You have two. I don't even know if you can say arguably at this point. You would just have two of the best players in baseball battling out for the World Series. So that would be exciting.
Is that something you're looking forward to too?
Yeah, that would be it. With that being said, I think the Astros made it as well too, though, right?
No,
They didn't.
They got knocked off. Right?
they got knocked off.
They always spoil the party.
Yankees have a shot then.
That's why I
Rip
say
tonight.
Are you worried about Kansas City? Because, Astros are usually traditionally in the postseason are a good hitting team.
Especially with their garbage cans.
Yeah.
And Kansas City was able to basically, dominate them in that fashion. Didn't allow them to score a lot of runs. A matter of fact, from the games that I was watching, didn't seem like the Astros could score, against their pitcher. And the Kansas City Royals pitching looked really good.
It's nasty.
So, something to be watchful of if you're a New York Yankee.
But just from a psychological standpoint, not seeing the Astros versus the Yankees just does it for me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And won't, to P's point, won't be have to watch out for hitting trash cans or anything like that. So, yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, that happened. Want to move on to college football. College, I want to say maybe like 3 weeks ago, we saw UNLV, who's ranked in the top 25 at that time. Their starting quarterback had decided to quit the team because he felt that he wasn't receiving the NIL monies that he was promised. His lawyer made a statement stating that he was promised up to $100,000, and he would stop playing for the team until the team honored that NIL promise. Probably a week later, the running back for UNLV quits for the same reason. We also have during that week, I believe, a defensive tackle for USC quit for a similar reason. And it was going into the transfer portal. Then yesterday, UNLV, undefeated up until that point, just lost their first game against Syracuse. What do you guys think about where college football is going? What this means for college football? Is it maybe just the natural evolution of where NIL is supposed to take the programs? Yeah, where are you guys at on that? Or are you even paying attention to this stuff?
Not really, but, and me being pro player, it's never really that fun when a rabbit has the gun. So I advise every player to use as much leverage and as much power that you have against your institution and the NCAA to better your position and make yourself more visible for the NFL. I'm glad we don't have to play this game about school scholastics. It's been a farm ever since, and the NCAA has always made a pretty penny off the players. Call me a cynic. I can care less about Algebra 101, 202. As a college grad, it did me nada. If I had a chance to do one semester or one class and you pay me $4 million right now, I'd be way better off then. And possibly invested in something called, what is the dumb phrase? The internet or Microsoft or anything during that nature. So no, I advise all these kids to go get the bag. Period. Sit out. Do what you got to do. If there's another way to make yourself visible, do it. Stick it to them. I'm that guy.
P, where you at?
I pretty much echo Hill's sentiments. I'm ignorant to the NIL. Like, I always thought it was like, your name, image, and likeness, which it is, but it's like, I thought it was like endorsement deals.
Know what the thing
But now it seems it's like the college just gives you the money.
Know what the thing is? NCAA wanted it to be where the colleges endorsements, but the colleges had the freedom to give students money based on performances, right? But there was a court case that recently came up where that was challenged, and I think NCAA was waiting for the judgment on that case. And I think issues like this with UNLV is facing, it's kind of going to push the button on the judge making a decision on that case and seeing where the NCAA or college programs end up treating NIL.
Okay. I see where this is going. All right, so this is what you need to do if you're a college player, because we're not going to act like this just started happening. Get the brown paper bag. That's what we're doing before NIL. Just give me the brown paper bag. Give my mom a no-show job, whatever. But for the UNLV players and the guy at USC, I believe you said, get your money up front. Like, there's no installment plans. Let me get the bag, figuratively, literally. Let me get the bag, and then I'm there. That's
very
it.
simple.
So you basically, you showed up, you played 2 or 3 games without them even paying you. That's on you. You're dealing with degenerates here. Vegas, baby. It's Vegas, baby.
Now, let me ask you guys this. Do you think the NCAA should encourage colleges to treat their sports program more like a business?
Transactional.
Yeah, transactional.
Sure, absolutely.
And have salaries and insurance and stuff like that.
Again,
I'm trying to think of the time where actually coaches and institutions really crafted their players to be like student athletes and role models and everything like that. I know they had the image of doing that, but the money that they were generating, hats off to the O'Bannons
And Charles.
Right,
Wow.
that crawl so these guys can walk, that saw through the BS, and saw how much money they were generating, and said, you know what, student athletes, that,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I think it's almost, not to get too, but it's almost like you're asking your oppressors for help. I just think you have to look out for yourself. Like you said, the rabbit has to grab the gun and be like, pay me up front. If you're waiting for the NCAA to help you, you're going to be waiting for a long time.
Okay. Hey guys, let us know what you guys think. Do you do you think the NCAA should make it official, make it a professional sports league, for lack of a better term, and pay their athletes a salary and provide them with health insurance like any other employee in America? Or do you think that, hey, they should try to lean more toward the student athlete image that they've been trying to portray for the last, since the creation?
so scummy bag. Everyone's a student athlete at college. I think your medium course for college might be $75,000. During our time, would have been for 4 years. $75,000 for 1 year. Some are like 108, 90 for your top of the top. Like, let's be serious now. Come on. They want more money?
In some places, you could buy a house. But in those 4 years, you could buy like 4 houses.
Right, exactly.
Like, in some places.
You know what I mean? I'm not. Oh,
It's tough.
boy, oh boy.
Tough.
Greed.
Yeah.
Good business.
Yeah. Listen,
Good. Alabama is one of
Capitalism
the
at its best.
greatest sports franchises going for the past decade. Like, it's the Alabama professional team.
Hit us up on social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that notification button so you know when the next video is coming out. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen to your podcast. And you can hit us up directly at weneedafifth@gmail.com. NBA.
getting close.
Preseason has
I don't watch. Yeah, I hate preseason.
has officially
preseason.
started.
Bronny James, shout out Bronny, bro. My
Wow.
boy playing defense. Connect.
And know what? Since you brought it up, Bronny James, let's talk about the Lakers a little bit before we
Over
get
under
into that.
75 points, DraftKings, bro. You can make. I think it's 100 to make 1,500, something like
For
that.
a year?
For the year. It's a good bet. That's a good bet. 80. He has to give you less than a point a game, man.
That's assuming he's going to play 82, though.
That's the problem.
And that's my question. Do y'all think Bronny James will play in the regular season?
He'll do some G League time, right? Absolutely. He'll get up here, I say, in February.
I thought he would start in the G League. Like,
I mean, he might not, but it starts this season in the G League.
Yeah.
He might. There's a good chance.
I think that should happen.
Right, but I like the way he's doing it. It's not like he's brash. It's not like, when we talk about it, it's not like an Austin Rivers. I feel like I'm this good of a player. Like, I literally saw Austin Rivers' career, and I'm like, I don't know why he's so bashful for, but shout out Austin Rivers. Yeah, but Bronny's, he's humble. He wants to learn the game. He plays within the game. He's really unselfish to a T. I'm rooting for him. Really am.
Is he good?
I think so.
P?
What's the question?
You guys are scumbags, bro.
What's the question?
Is he good?
As an NBA player?
Yes.
He's in the NBA right now, P.
I can't say. To be fair to him, I haven't seen him play an NBA game. Not a real NBA game. Like, I don't, you know me, I don't count summer league or preseason. So to be fair to him,
Okay.
NBA. Now I think he was an average college player, right?
I think you're being kind.
Yeah, and I might be being kind, but I think he was an average college player. Most average college players don't make the NBA, but we know what it is, whatever. So we'll see. I don't want to. I don't know. He didn't play. Put it this way, he didn't play in the NBA yet. To me, by my standards, so I can't really say if he's a good, bad. I can't rate someone who hasn't done it yet. So.
I like what I saw last night. I'll be fair.
Okay. I did. And to be fair to him, what did you see?
Defense. I saw defense and nice size point guard.
Do you think, from what you see, he could be a defensive stopper in the league?
At his position, yeah, for like a 6'4" and under type thing. He plays bigger than his size too.
So let me ask, comp, would it be like a Pat Bev player that you're looking at, or
With a better offensive package? I would say yeah. I would definitely say yeah. I actually like.
That's not a bad player.
No,
I mean, Pat Bev's, you saying Pat Bev's defense with a better offense?
Yeah, because he plays taller than Pat Bev. Like,
I always thought Pat Bev was overrated.
Right.
I don't think he's a good defender.
His more so annoying,
right,
and aggressive. I think he fouls like on every play.
Yeah, I think he's just pesky and he makes a lot. He talks a lot and agitates, but I don't think he really stops anybody.
Bronny moves the puppies like laterally really well, and his makeup is like his dad. Like you'll see, like it's a lot of. Now you could say one way is that he blew by him 3 times and he had makeup blocks. I was thinking like he's kind of playing cat and mouse, like he's baiting the young guards, which is defense in his own right too. I like what I saw. Again, summer league, preseason. They might not even make the squad who he's playing against, but I can only judge the guy on where he plays, and I like what I saw.
Be fair.
Connect looks well. It looked good as well.
Lakers starting 5. It's going to be
Austin Reeves,
D'Angelo Russell,
and who is flawless. I mean, the kid is just D'Angelo Russell's a good player. Period. He's just like playing basketball.
He just needs to show up in the postseason.
Defense is a problem, and posting just shot out. But the kid can play basketball. That's just what it is. He can score like no other.
And I don't think
Rui's physical,
and I've been on the fence.
You're gonna try to kill my man D'Angelo.
I've always been on the fence with D'Angelo Russell, and I think my issue with him was he never seemed to show up during big games, like when it counted. Like you have these moments during the regular season where he looks phenomenal, he looks lights out, he's giving you good numbers, and then come the playoffs, it's like, where's that D'Angelo Russell?
Smoke Golden State. He showed up that series with Curry. He came through there.
Okay.
It's
consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and for his talent level, that's just so disappointing.
Facts. I just want to keep that same energy for Clay this year.
What do you expect out of Clay? What do you expect out of D'Angelo Russell?
I think he's a good player.
Yeah,
he's a good player. That's on whatever Mo feels like.
To me, he is like he is what he is. He is inconsistent, but he's a good player. Good players are sometimes inconsistent.
Great players aren't.
Right. He is what he is at this point.
I like him. I think he's if he gives you 24 or 28, I'm like, that's D'Angelo, typical. He can light it up. Next game he can give you 0.
Mm-hmm. 14 a game. That's about right.
That's D'Angelo. Right. I mean, if you expect him to give him a steady 25, then no. Yeah, right. Yeah. It's not that guy. Now, if you want to say that, you can have those feelings down in, like I said, in Dallas, because he gives you a steady 24, 25 points a game. And let's see what he does this year.
And we were talking about it for those who don't know who Hill is talking about. He's talking about Klay Thompson.
Mr. Not 75, right.
And in Dallas.
Make anybody.
Oh, no. Yes.
Nah, he did.
I think Draymond trolled him and had like the number 76 jersey or something like that. Yeah,
I think he made one of ours.
Not mine. I think he made everyone.
Ours? No, he doesn't. Oh, we did do a 75, did we?
Yeah. I think I'm almost sure.
I'm pretty sure he's on there.
Yeah, I think he.
Yeah, because I mean, hey, the politically correct portion of the show's over. Yeah, like the I don't know, the Dave DeBuschers, rid of those guys. Yeah, you gotta get rid of those guys. So yeah, in that case, yeah, when I think about it, there's a lot of people in 50 that shouldn't even made 50.
The war phrases.
What do we think? What do we think Klay Thompson's going to look like in Dallas?
I think he's going to be a year older. Mm-hmm. He might possibly be a defensive liability, but above average 3-point shooter.
Okay, yeah, Novak.
Yeah. I think a better defender than Novak, because Novak was never good on defense.
Never.
So I think he'll be a better defender than Novak. But shooting-wise, yeah, Novak. Yeah.
He has to gain space off of two of the best space initiators. If he can space himself, which he's a smart enough player to do so, he should kill.
Oh, offensively,
kill.
I love Dallas offense.
He should kill.
Luka, Kyrie, and Clay, I just think they'll figure out. I think good players could figure it out. I'm just worried when they got to get back on defense. You can't hide all three of them.
He's gonna try, but I think he's gonna give it the effort. Put it that much. I think Father Time is not gonna allow him to do it.
That crossover, hezzy pull up 3-point shot. It's not gonna care about his effort.
Yeah. Out of those three, that he's the one that you're gonna put.
I don't know. I think
on Anthony Edwards because you lost.
No, you can't.
You lost.
You can't put
which I think was one of their worst losses. You lost.
This is Smith Jr. He's on Clippers, a dunking guy.
Yeah, that
you can't put Clay on Anthony Edwards right now.
You can put Kyrie on him.
You can't put Clay on him. I know that.
So wait a minute. Who do you think there's a hierarchy? Like to me, they're all equally not.
Hey, absolutely.
Oh, to me.
So you think Luka and Kyrie are better defenders than Clay?
Right now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. No, I just think they're even. I don't.
I think Dallas, honestly, once they get to the postseason, they're gonna have to play zone.
Nah, because they have their three best offensive players or their three worst defensive players.
They're gonna have to play zone. Like, there's no way they can go they can man up on anybody that's gonna be in the playoffs.
Kyrie is.
No, that's what I'm saying. I
Clay might be better. I don't know.
I think Clay might be the best out of them, only because what you said, effort.
That's what I'm saying.
Honestly, when I think back,
but then that's Father Time with effort.
Yeah, and that's my thing is like, I think people really didn't pay attention to how far Clay has fallen off from last year. Like, last year was bad for him, where substitute players he couldn't stay in front of. Forget starting players. That's why I'm like,
I would say the same for Kyrie and Luka, no?
But at least in the playoffs, like, you saw them kind of give effort.
That's what people say. I saw no difference in their whole career.
I argued it. Listen,
I saw them give effort in the playoffs. I saw that, and I don't think they get as far as they do if they're not giving supreme effort, at least competing on defense. I'm not saying that they play good defense. I'm just saying that, hey, they gave supreme effort. I didn't question, was Kyrie and Luka playing defense in the playoffs?
But you don't question Clay's effort either. You question if he's good at it.
No. With Clay, it's just, I don't think he can stay in front of anybody.
And that's how I think of Kyrie and Luka. Okay. Effort or no effort, I don't think they can stay in front of nobody.
I mean, he has everything on his side right now. You're going to have, because I think Golden State pretty much felt as a gym teacher who just roll the balls out. This is what it is. Clay's going to be Clay who it is. Golden State, we had our run, so be it. Dallas, new conditioning. Mm-hmm. You have a new atmosphere, and I have something to prove. You have all those things going together.
That's why I don't question whether or not he's going to bounce back offensively. Like, to your point, I agree with y'all that, hey, he's going to find his jump shot in Dallas, and he's going to get that back. But as far as being a two-way player, I think those days are gone.
But I think offensively, I think it's actually going to be better because I think Curry is a threat, but he's not a individual one-on-one playing threat. Curry's more so off the ball as well as Clay. It's too many people off the ball. These are the two best individual playmakers with the ball in their hands. So you're not thinking about I'm chasing Kyrie and everything like Clay. If you would have took Clay from Golden State and put him on this team now without the condition and everything like that, I think he would have had a better year than last year. They're just that good down there and creating shots for him. But now we're talking about him losing some weight, working out, and having something to prove. With these guys being the best isolation players in the game right now, his stats should be better. If he reverts to what he had before, God, help me.
It really depends on how much Kyrie and Luka are willing to get off the ball too, because being two of the better isolation players, they need the ball in their hands a lot.
which got them to the.
Yeah, but a part of that was, hey, Luka, you're going to take over part of the game and do your thing, and then there's going to be a time where, hey, you need to rest up, and I'm going to do my thing, Kyrie. Now you have that third element where, hey, it needs to be regardless of who's dominating the game at that point, whether it be Kyrie or Luka, you have to remember you got Clay over there.
Oh, nah, they shared. I mean, they pretty much had Lob City. Mm-hmm. They pretty much fat guys in the corner. I don't mind them playing tit for tat because they're smart basketball players. They make the right play mostly all the time. It's not like they're out there like two people, for lack of a better term. Sorry, going back. It's not like two people just going nuts. They're just two great players that can dominate the game whenever they have the ball in their hands, whether sitting or playing together. They're just going to make the right. They're going to find Clay.
So
it's not even going to matter. Clay just has to be able to make the shot. He'll have an abundance of looks. They're going to find him all this year. And if he can't be better than last year, this is a diminished Clay and it's time to go. I don't think he's going to have any better looks than he has this year than he has in a long time.
Like I said, I think we all agree that Clay should make an offensive comeback with this team.
And I think people, it's a little hyperbole because he shot like 39% for three. Mm-hmm. He didn't shoot horribly. He just didn't shoot like Clay.
Yeah, and I think, unfortunately for him, the last couple of games of the season didn't do him any favors. Where he had a couple of games where he went 0-4, especially when they were trying to try to get into playoff position, and there were a lot of circumstances where you felt that, hey, in the past he's shown up in these circumstances and he wasn't able to.
I mean, let's not forget about the obvious. He was cheese fried. Like, he came off the bench, too. So, I mean,
that's a whole other story.
It's not like
he was going
started and did this stuff. Like,
he
second team with CP3, which I thought CP3 should have came off the second squad.
But to be fair to Golden State, hey, he was to go on 0-4 before they benched him.
Yeah, I would have
I felt waited too long to get to that point because he had a couple of games where he went 0-4 and then they put him off.
That's where we disagree. I think he was their second best offensive player.
they tell me Podziemski, but
Kuminga. I know people love like the upside. I think Clay was their second best offensive player.
He came off the bench.
So once he went to the bench, this season was over for me. That was dumb. I didn't.
Were you watching Clay?
I mean, did they make the playoffs?
No.
So did they?
I mean, but my thing is like, hey, if you were watching Clay before they made that decision, I don't think you would have.
But obviously it didn't do any better. They still didn't make the playoffs.
He's one of the guys I feel that should be inked into the starting lineup for 82 games, and he got benched. And listen, I'm not going to disagree with Clay, but. Listen.
And even if he played bad, I don't think you have anything that's better. That's what I'm saying. As bad as you say he played, and he did play subpar what we're used to him doing. I understand that, but you don't have anything better.
Now you bring Podziemski in at the 6th minute if you want, or the 4th minute. If he's really stinking it up, I think you slate that guy's name in for 82 games.
I think that's the reason he's in Dallas. I think he took that. He felt away. Whether you think he should or shouldn't, at the end of the day, someone that talented, that accomplished that much, has pride.
But from a business standpoint, it's brilliant because you kill some of his value for him to fight against you in contracts and contractual ways. Like you have to make a person look a certain way from a public, standpoint. So it's like, look at me and you and I. We all know the real deal that Clay should have started. But the facts are the facts. I saw him come off the bench, so. I'm thinking, what is your argument to get 25 or 35 million a game? Just
for reserve.
Right.
For reserve.
Who got benched? Just for aesthetics if you played them all 82 games. You know what I mean? So Golden State did a couple things, which I thought screwed Clay, which I didn't see him coming back anyway. You know what I mean? So it's kind of nasty for someone who gave you 5 championships, but again, it's business. It's not about Myers on there anymore.
Definitely.
Shout out, what's my guy's name over there?
Jaylen Brown.
Not doing a good job, whoever he is.
No, that's from
is it
Dunleavy?
Dunleavy.
Yeah, Dunleavy.
Dunleavy Jr. No, not doing a good job. As of yet.
Agree to disagree. Agree to disagree.
Jaylen Brown, Boston Celtics, released a new sneaker with a new sneaker company. Company's called 741 Performance. Release a new shoe, I believe.
Week and a half ago.
Yeah,
$200 a pop.
Yep.
I would have said, listen, it's always fun to start something from the ground, as we can see. It's our baby. You might want to take the money from the man from every now and then, and kill on your design. I think he turned down 70-some million, but he's a smart guy. He's in there for like 600-some million, so he can take a chance on doing his own thing. I support entrepreneurship. Put it that way.
Let me ask you guys: did you guys see the new sneaker that he's?
Yes.
Did you see both colorways?
I didn't have to see too much colorways. I think the Bedazzled, the jewels thing,
because it's the all black with jewels, and he has that same design in gray, all gray,
the Bedazzled jewels. Yeah, I passed
with silver jewels. I think
I passed.
P, did you see the sneaker?
I did.
What are your thoughts on the sneaker?
Because
I know you guys. I'm asking you guys because I know you guys are on the low sneakerheads. So y'all stay on top of sneaker fashion, and y'all usually it nice looking sneakers. So
is it a foam closet? No.
Yeah, foam or the Jordans? No.
Is it a Jordan brand? No.
Or the Air Force Jordan brand.
It's not. It's a Jordan brand. No. There's so many reasons why I passed on it, bro.
Yeah. Aesthetically, let me say first, I salute. I'm glad everything he does. I'm a Jaylen Brown fan on and off the court. Like I just like what he represents.
Social activism.
He seems like a real Renaissance man. In every sense of the word, very intelligent. Just a Renaissance man. So, like I said, I support entrepreneurship, like you said earlier. That being said, I don't like the shoe. I just don't.
I like the concept of not the concept of the shoe, just the concept of I want my own brand and I'm the owner. I'm the boss. That's what I enjoy about it. So wherever it came out as, I support him doing it. I mean, but for full disclosure, no, I don't like the product, and you're gonna have that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
like I hope he sells out. You know what I mean? I just won't be one of the people that's buying them, but you know what I mean? Like I just don't like the shoe.
Now, will you guys check for other shoes that he may come out with later on, just to see if
definitely give him a chance. I just don't like that design.
Yeah. Like I think I would check for anybody's shoe. Kyrie's shoe,
which I didn't like.
Clay's shoe. Wemby has a shoe. You know, Wemby's probably like my favorite player to watch in the NBA.
I'm looking forward to that alien shoe. I really am.
I'm kind of on the fence. I probably won't get it. So it's not like
I'm a cop.
To me, it's the actual shoe, not the player anyway. So it's never personal. Okay. Although, well, Jordan, but. So yeah, I would definitely, if you tell me, at the All-Star break, Jaylen Brown's coming out with a new shoe, I'm on my phone checking it out, see what it look like. If it's fire, I would cop it.
Copped on the next SKU.
Yeah, I would cop him.
Full disclosure, the man does it so right, bro. I copped 3 bronze. I definitely did. But it's so crazy how he's just a head and toes above everyone. I've copped female Jordans, full disclosure. Like, it's so crazy how Jordan joint is just above and beyond, bro.
And that's the thing. I'm sort of, I don't even consider myself a sneakerhead, really. I'm kind of like a snob. Like, I like Jordans, foams, Yeezy, Air Force Ones. That's kind of it.
Right, we still on the NBA. I want to talk about some trades that went down, and we in New York. So definitely a special trade.
Jeez.
Carl Anthony Towns was traded to the New York Knicks for Julius Randle and DiVincenzo. First question. How much better did New York get?
They were screaming they needed a center to go. One now the all time. That's here now. I mean, go ahead, bro.
All time.
Right now playing. He's top 5. He's Top 5.
In
Maybe
what
all
league?
time was a stretch and word length.
In what
The
league?
verbiage is wrong.
In what league?
But he's top 5 centers right now. Joker,
Oh yeah, right
Embiid.
now.
Joker, Embiid, AD, him.
Okay, you want to go with AD? Okay, but
All right, let's say it's him up. He's
Joker, Embiid, AD,
Cat.
Bear.
I guess AD is a center
Centers,
now, right?
Centers.
Okay.
He does for it.
And
Power
he plays
forwards.
about as big as Bear is.
But I think you make a strong argument that Cat's a top 5.
Yeah.
If he's not, he's not. But I think you can make the argument that he's
Right.
a top 5 center.
Marketing.
Nah,
He's
I
a
think
forward.
Cat got marketing. And I think Mark is a good player, but
Like you said, even if you don't think so, they got a primetime center. One thing he's not is Hardenstein or Mitch.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Hardenstein might have been a better fit for them
Mm.
where they play because he won't demand as much. But the guy has an issue with the media.
Mm.
And he's coming to a place in which, media matters. I don't know how they do over there in Minnesota. But they're rough on a daily basis here.
Mm.
So Cat's going to hear some things. And with New York, it's how you play, and it's all-out warfare, not only on you, but even the people around you. You know what I mean? You were probably looked at as royalty, him and Jordan in Minnesota. You have some of the most disrespectful fans here in New York. So he's going to need some tough skin, and he's going to have to, hopefully produce. He's on a good team, so it shouldn't be that much of a transition.
P.
I think it's a good move because that was the weakness at the center position.
Mm-hmm.
That was so they shored that up, not necessarily defensively, but they shored up the position. I'm so the biggest worry is defensively for Karl-Anthony Towns, and
Yep.
also him, like Hill said, handling the media, because you have to realize. I mean, I think everybody knows the New York media. Like the only person that's untouchable is Jalen Brunson.
Period.
If Jalen Brunson, if Cat sets a pick for Jalen Brunson, he comes off and Jalen Brunson misses it, they'll say, Cat, you should have set a better pick. Jalen Brunson is
Untouchable.
beloved.
Untouchable.
He might be the most beloved Knicks since Frazier. I might be skipping Ewan. Shout out. He's this guy named Ambassador, I believe, for the New York Knicks. Well deserved. But Ewan, I don't feel like Ewan was ever
Frazier.
loved like that. You know what I mean?
No.
Right?
I
think they liked him. Your diehard knew he was your best player. So I don't want to say they ain't show love to Pat, but I just never felt
After the finger roll, they actually respect him less.
right. But the Brunson
Which was
thing,
just
I think
disgusting.
they really, really
Embrace him,
love
big
Brunson,
time.
embrace Jalen Brunson. So that being said, we'll see.
Yeah.
That man's nice, and he took a haircut. Jalen Brunson makes $25 million a year.
Yeah, he took the pay cut. It's Jeter-esque almost, where
And that's the good
he's
part
almost
about
like
it, yeah.
untouchable. Like don't talk bad about Jalen Brunson. You know what I mean? You can't.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Cat, not so much.
I think Cat is gonna have some. I think, to your point, I think Cat's gonna have issues with the New York media. I think, especially if he continues with not showing up in the postseason consistently. I think New York media will look to really harp on that and get on that. I think his defense is possibly going to be a liability on this team. One of the things I said to P off the air not too long ago was Minnesota had Karl-Anthony Towns at center, and they still got Rudy Gobert and gave up the house to get him. There was a reason for that, and Rudy Gobert is not going to give you anything offensively. So it for them to have invested that much into getting a defensive player to shore up their front line when they had Cat, that says something to me. And even more so the fact that, hey, Rudy's still there, and you've been moved along. So it's like, hey,
we got Garza. Beat it. Go, Cat. We got Garza.
I forgot he was National Player of the Year.
hey.
You got Jalen, potentially, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jalen, Bridges, Hart, OG, Cat. Is Hart off the bench?
Are you missing? Are we missing someone?
I think they may have Hart off the bench, but
right. So who's going in the starting lineup? That's how I feel like Hart should come off the bench.
I feel like Hart would start.
Right. So Jalen, Hart, Bridges. It's a 3. OG and Cat. That's it 5.
It may be Precious in place of
Chewy. No, Chewy's off the bench.
Okay.
They need a bench then.
Yeah, because that, to be honest, the starting 5 is underwhelming to me.
Mm-hmm.
I like the 5. I like that answer, P. I actually like that 5. I'm borderline love that 5.
I never really thought about it. And we were just talking. I got them as one of the top 4 teams in the East, but
I think at the
I'm
head
saying
of the,
not so fast.
the head and the tail is where you're gonna have an issue for me from a defensive standpoint.
Yeah,
Cat and Jalen is gonna kill you. The meat pause inside is stout.
Hart, defensive
OG and
the wings.
And Bridges is
and just to splash some more cold water on the Knicks fans.
The X-Down Knicks is wild.
What you will call it? You got OG and Hart have a recent injury history, and I really worry about OG giving you a full 82. I know that's not.
And I don't think they will. I think OG and Mitch are gonna miss. I think the beginning of the season. So there you have that. Get Mitch healthy as you possibly can. A defensive stalwart. You know what I mean? But I can't see him playing over Cat, right? That's what he got him here for. So
no, I think the Knicks got better. I think they got better. Mm-hmm. As much, Randle's a good player. DiVincenzo's a good player, but I think the way the team was constructed, you needed a 7-footer better than Mitchell Robinson, frankly.
Mm-hmm.
If Mitchell Robinson was your best 7-footer, you need to upgrade. I think they upgraded.
They lost some firepower.
Yeah, they did. I mean, you got to break some eggs to make an omelet type of thing. Like
Randle and DiVincenzo.
I liked the team before, but their weakness was okay. Besides Mitchell Robinson, what do you have?
Who's on their bench?
Let me ask you guys this: would you, if you were Tibbs, would you ever think of, especially if everybody's healthy, would you ever think of doing a big lineup, sort of like Minnesota did with Carl, where you have Carl at the 4 and put Mitch Robinson at the 5?
In certain spots, you may have to. Against Milwaukee, I'm thinking specifically with Brook Lopez and Giannis, you might have to. Possibly.
well, Cat's not going to stop Giannis. I mean, it's going to be interesting. They're going to try, I guess, look to outscore a few people, but picking up that scoring punch from Dante and possibly healthy as Jules is you're possibly taking about 45 points out the mix.
Yeah, 30 to 45 probably.
28 for Jules, right? 28, 27.
When he got his shot,
boy.
He was shooting. Like, I tell you that. Like, yeah, he was getting them up.
Interesting.
We talked a lot about New York, and the last thing I wanted to say about this trade is I love the way this trade has gassed up these New York Knicks fans into thinking that the championship is coming to New York this season.
They should feel happy, though. Management for once is like rolling someone out outside of Carmelo and the others. Or, you know what I mean? They're actually giving...
sip the Kool-Aid.
This is one of the best teams they had in a while.
Yeah.
Don't sip the Kool-Aid. Don't sip it.
Melo, JR, Stat.
That's all I'm saying.
The last best team they had.
Yeah. That was... Yeah, second round.
That's all I'm saying.
It just didn't mesh. I don't know.
It's a good squad.
Yeah, no, Melo and Amari, I don't know what you want. Like, that was a good team.
Okay. Don't sip the Kool-Aid, New York.
Somebody doesn't think.
Okay. Don't sip the Kool-Aid. I know it looks sweet.
Shout out Minnesota. They did well for themselves, though.
Did they get better?
I think so.
P?
I think so.
Not necessarily because of the trade, but I think they're better than they were last year, believe it or not, because of the new addition.
Mm-hmm.
You got the bench, DiVincenzo, Dillingham, and Shannon Jr. That's off your bench.
Mm-hmm.
Like, scoring will not be a problem for Minnesota. And Nas Reed.
Yeah.
Like, they probably, if the rookies play like we think they will develop, because we know DiVincenzo and Nas Reed, they got actually end up by the season and have the best bench in the league.
You agree with that, Hill?
I love Minnesota. I thought the trade just opened up more so the middle. I mean, I saw the experiment how it went with Cat. I didn't want to run it back.
Now let me ask
I'm a Cat guy.
Let me ask you this: do you think they did enough to take the next step with Anthony Edwards as far as championship contention?
With me getting rid of Cat did play well. I want him. I want to see this year with just him having an open lane and just Rudy. So I'm putting a lot of onus on the kid. It's quite a bit to have lost Cat, but I want to see it.
So
Jordan had less. If we're gonna compare people, that's the way I'm looking at. Jordan had less. This guy has Nas Reed. Anything else? I'm not putting too much on the kid's shoulders. It's
Tomato.
If he can do it with, say, a Pippen and a Horace Grant, do it with a Nas Reed and a Rudy Gobert and a Nickeil Alexander, I see why not. Got rid of the
you really sold on it.
dead weight. Got rid of Cartwright.
Okay. Hey guys, let us know what you guys think. Are you eager for the NBA season to start? Are you following the off-season moves of some of these teams like the Sixers and the Knicks? Are you sipping the Kool-Aid if you're a New York Knicks fan? Don't sip the Kool-Aid, Knicks fans. Hit us up on social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that notification button so you know when the next video is coming out. Don't forget to subscribe to to the podcast wherever you listen to the podcast. And you can hit us up directly at weneedafifth@gmail.com. Entertainment.
Yea, do I walk through the valley of the shadow of death? I feel no enemies.
Let's get the light stuff out of the way. Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan released a new trailer for Vampire Flick.
Never heard of him. Who's Ryan? And who's Michael B. Jordan?
Wow.
Looks interesting. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna definitely check it out. Looks interesting.
Okay. It's interesting because they both work with the MCU with the Black Panther franchise, and the MCU is trying to get a Black Vampire Flick out there in the name of Blade.
Didn't they do Blade? Don't they have like a trilogy?
Yeah, they're trying to reboot that with Mahershala Ali.
You already did it. I'm good on that. I'm good on it. I didn't see Blade actually. I don't know. So yeah, like the whole oh my god, they beat Blade to the theaters. Okay.
Oh wow, that doesn't matter to you. And hell, you don't even know who Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan. Yeah.
He knows who they are. Stop it.
Stuck under
I
the
know
rock.
he what you call what I know.
What
I don't know. I know the other one is with Pippen's wife.
He's just not a fan of their work.
Wow.
That's Marcus. That's Marcus. That's the one with Pippen's wife.
That's Leo Rashawn you talking about? Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Marcus Jordan, right?
Yeah.
And that's not Michael B. Jordan.
Are they still together? No, they're not. Well, nah, they're not.
He has other issues, but I don't want to do the slander.
Wow.
Hey.
Can't take nobody anyway, yo.
Sniffles.
And Pete.
You finished?
I'm done.
T.I. and Tiny won a $71 million lawsuit against OMG Fashion Dolls.
Get your money. Well deserved.
Okay. Joker, what is it? Deuce? Doe? Whatever. It dropped. Y'all checking for that?
Definitely.
I'll see when I see it. Like I saw the first one was cool, Murray, but it was alright. I'm not in a rush for this one though.
Yeah. And Diddy news, or maybe it's not.
Faction don't like accent.
Not really news. The supposed Kim Porter memoir We're getting more information on that. The author of that book stated that he received a flash drive with the information that he put into the book. It was a number one. It was on the top sellers list on Amazon. Amazon pulled the book because of the questionable origin of the story of the memoir itself. Any thoughts on that, or is this a non-story really?
Some truth plus lots of fantasy means pretty much a no-go, right? Like, I think you need like more truth than a little bit of fantasy to sell a book. I think if you have more so of the fiction, I think you're gonna taint your work. I think that's what you have here. Is some stuff in there true? I think, yeah. I think what you get from the gist of it is that you possibly were dealing with like a sociopathic monster. You know what I mean? He sold so much bill of goods, allegedly, of course, that I think is, I'm just clichéing you to death right now. I think there's just so many layers to the onion with Diddy, which is so unfortunate. He went through a time in which it was, you went from a godly moment from Big getting killed to an entire love movement and being coined Brother Love. You know what I mean? So, and under the guise of this whole thing, you might have prostituted a young girl who just cared about a music career. You might have put hands on maybe your ex-wives and all these things, certain things. You might have took advantage of young stars, male and female, who was just looking. It's the whole gatekeeping thing of, I'm trying to better my position in life. I have a talent, and this is what I have to go through, unfortunately, to get there. You know what I mean? It's just, it seems like this could be just the music industry in general. You heard the stories about Mariah Carey's sister, so she can get her tape played or her ear in a situation. It's just ugly stuff where talent was just never the key, and it was all what I can get, and then from male or female with dual power, and Diddy's just at the front of it now, and it's like, who's next? Do you get squeezed out if he's, you're not having your blitzes and eggs in the morning over there and down there in Brooklyn in jail.
And it brings a lot of questions to people that did business with him, associated with him, mentored him,
funded him.
Yeah. So a lot of questions still to be asked, and we're still waiting for some of those answers. Some of those answers may never come.
And he, like you said, he'll get his day in court. And he said he's going to fight it.
Mm-hmm.
At our best, I think we're hoping that all of this is just not true, but we saw a smidget of that LA hotel situation. Was that a one-off? Was that a bad, at a bad moment? Too much alcohol that day, or just Tuesday? You know what I'm saying? Like, Tuesday morning, not even Tuesday afternoon, but Tuesday morning. It's leaning towards the latter. So, hey, just want justice, put it that way. I've learned from you guys. No more wishes. I just want justice.
There you go.
Period.
Yeah, as far as the memoir goes, it just seems National Enquirer. It just seems sleazy to me. Like, I don't recognize it or respect it, to be honest.
And I know we had a local celebrity that was pumping it a little bit and was supporting the release of the memoir and still encouraging authorities to look into the death of Kim Porter.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be sure, who was once involved with Miss Porter at one point in time. But he's been on record as saying that he would like for authorities to
look into it,
reopen the investigation into Kim Porter's death and see if it was actually natural causes.
Yeah, I would be for that. In the case that it wasn't natural, I think for her children or her loved ones, they would want to make sure that this was natural causes. So I wouldn't be against that.
Okay. Hey guys, hit us up on social media. Let us know what you guys think. Are you guys following the Diddy drama? Are you Did you pick up the memoir? Did you even know it was out?
Did he do it?
Hit us up on social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that notification button so you know when the next video is coming out. And don't forget to subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen to your podcast. You can hit us up directly at weneedafifth@gmail.com. Fellas, what's on the radar?
For me is, with all of that going down with Diddy, it's now just the tasteless songs that are coming out now against him. Now. Just a little bit too late. I mean, you got Eminem, you got Cassidy. Y'all been in this game for,
20-odd years.
Maybe 30? Because Eminem's in his 50s now.
Quarter of a century.
Right. If you had all these issues with the guy during those times and didn't say anything now.
Yeah, and
to me,
and I'm of the thought that honestly, for people that said that they knew this was happening or he was that
just
type
as
of
bad.
dude, you're just as bad, and somebody should be at your door, knocking on your door with the cuffs, because no, and you allowing that to go with defenseless women or underage women, no, you don't get a pass.
Apparently men.
And
that's what I'm saying. He didn't discriminate.
No, you don't get a pass, and you don't get kudos or brownie points because now you decided to say something.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, was he the boogeyman that much? I mean, I'm not going to hold up the last final thoughts, but you guys drop stuff now when he's behind bars. I'm really believing all this stuff now, which he said, like, he really was that guy. Hell, he literally took whatever he was dealing with and set up shop in a place where he was allegedly hated the most in L.A. and lived there as his primary residence. So there's something said to that.
Yeah.
That's an interesting point.
Yeah. So on my radar, WNBA playoffs. Interested to see how New York and LA do in the MLB postseason.
Yes, definitely. Come on, Yankees, please. Yeah. And good luck to the Mets, but come on, Yankees.
Yeah, we won't speak on the Mets in my house.
It'd be great for New York.
Okay. Pete.
Devontae Adams and Tyreek Hill possibly on the move in the NFL.
Niners, come on.
Devontae Adams, if you're the Jets, you gotta do this. This might be Aaron Rodgers' last year. There's only so much years he got. So if you're the Jets, you go for it. I feel. So interested to see what Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, if they indeed get traded, where they end up at.
Might not want him in the AFC. I'm hearing him for Ayuk. Let's do it.
Who, Adams?
Absolutely. Ayuk for, let's go. Ayuk for Devontae.
Go with that.
Any last words before we get out of here, fellas? Are you checking for UFC tonight?
Overtime versus Khalil Roundtree? Not really. It shouldn't be a competition. It shouldn't be. I got poor time. They could have gave a better. I'm glad Khalil gets a shot at it, but I feel he'll be overmatched. Heck of an upset if he does win.
All right. So all our fists out there. Peace.
Peace.